The notification hit my phone at 3:47 a.m. Business account overdraft. Balance. Minus $2,847.91. I shot upright in bed, heart hammering. That couldn't be right. Yesterday, I'd had $23,000. Inventory money for my boutique's spring collection. Money I'd scraped together from 2 years of 16-hour days, eating ramen, and reinvesting every penny of profit. I fumbled for my laptop, logging into the bank portal with shaking fingers. The transaction history made my blood freeze. Wire transfer. $22,000 to Dr. Miami Aesthetic Surgery Center. Authorized by, joint account holder, Patricia Winters. My mother. No. I refreshed the page, hoping it was a glitch. The red number stared back at me, unchanging. $22,000. Gone. Tomorrow I was supposed to pay my suppliers. Tomorrow I was supposed to receive my biggest shipment yet. Tomorrow my business was supposed to level up. Tonight it was dead. My phone rang. Mom. At 4 a.m. Rise and shine, sweetie. Her voice was obscenely cheerful. Guess where we are? Miami. Your sister is about to get her new body. You stole my money. My voice came out flat, emotionless. I was beyond screaming. Stole? Don't be dramatic, Ruby. We borrowed it. Consider it an investment in the family. An investment? That was my inventory money. I have orders to fill. Dad's voice came through, clearly on speaker. Your little shop was failing anyway. Instagram boutiques are a dime a dozen. At least now the money's going somewhere useful. Useful? I laughed, sharp and bitter. A Brazilian butt lift is useful? Beauty opens more doors than brains, Mom said, like she was quoting scripture. Your sister's influencer career is about to explode. Once she has the right assets, brands will be throwing money at her. She has 1,200 followers. Because she doesn't have the body for it yet, Mom explained patiently, like I was slow. You wouldn't understand. You've always been the smart one. Kiara's the pretty one. We're just maximizing her potential. The smart one. Said like an insult. Like intelligence was a consolation prize for girls who couldn't be beautiful. I need that money back. Now. I have suppliers to pay. Can't you just make more? So some more little dresses or whatever. Dad sounded bored already. Look, Ruby, we did you a favor. That boutique was a pipe dream. Now you can get a real job. Maybe Kiara will even let you manage her brand once she's famous. Let me manage her. I couldn't even finish. You destroyed my business to buy my sister an ass? Don't be vulgar, Mom sniffed. Dr. Miami is the best. He did that rapper's girlfriend. You know, the one with the song about. I hung up, sat in the dark, staring at my laptop screen, watching 2 years of my life flatline in real time. They had no idea who my silent partner was. But they were about to find out. See, what my parents didn't know, what I'd never told them, was that my little shop wasn't just mine. 6 months ago, when I'd needed capital to expand, I'd taken on an investor. A silent partner who believed in my vision, who saw the potential in sustainable fashion, who'd put up $50,000 for 30% equity. A silent partner named Valentina Reeves. As in the Valentina Reeves. Fashion designer. Reality TV judge. Woman who'd built a billion-dollar empire from a sewing machine in her grandmother's basement. My idol since I was 12. She'd found my boutique through Instagram, ordered a piece incognito, then showed up at my workshop in person. This construction is impeccable, she'd said, examining the French seams. Who taught you? YouTube, I'd admitted. And a lot of trial and error. She'd laughed. The best education. I'll give you $50,000 for 30%. But I stay silent. This is your baby. Succeed or fail on your own terms. I'd cried. She'd hugged me. We'd signed papers that day. Papers that included a very specific clause about fiduciary responsibility. About what happened if funds were misappropriated. About the legal consequences of theft when a business partner was involved. My parents thought they'd stolen from their pushover daughter. They'd actually stolen from Valentina fucking Reeves. I picked up my phone and scrolled to a contact I'd never had to use before. Valentina's direct line. It was 4 a.m. in Miami, but 7 a.m. in Paris, where she was showing her new collection. She answered on the second ring. Ruby, darling, isn't it ungodly early in Florida? There's been a situation, I said. Someone accessed the business account. $22,000, transferred without authorization. Silence. Then, in a voice that could freeze hell. Who? My parents. They're joint holders on the account from when I was 17. I never removed them. I trusted. Stop. Her voice gentled. Trust isn't stupidity. It's humanity. Now tell me everything. I did. The BBL, the sister's influencer dreams, the casual cruelty of calling my business a failure while spending its money. And they're in Miami now? Yes. The surgery's tomorrow. Today. This morning. Interesting. You know what else is in Miami today? What? Me. I flew in last night for a Vogue shoot. Isn't that convenient? My heart skipped. Valentina, you don't have to. Ruby, darling, when someone steals from you, they steal from me. And nobody steals from me. Now go back to sleep. You have suppliers to pay in the morning. But the money will be in your account by 9 a.m. The real fun starts after that. She hung up, leaving me stunned. By 8:47 a.m., my phone was pinging. Wire transfer. $25,000 from VR Enterprises. Note. For spring inventory. Keep receipts. V. I paid my suppliers. Confirmed my orders. Saved my business. Then I waited. The first text came at noon. From Kiara. OMG Ruby. Valentina Reeves is at my surgery center. Then a flood of messages. She's asking about the payment. She says we stole from her company? What did you do? The police are here. I called Mom. She answered screaming. What did you do? Me? I was asleep when you robbed me. We didn't rob anyone. We borrowed from our daughter. Your daughter's business. Which has investors. Which makes it fraud. And wire fraud across state lines? That's federal. You're lying. Check TMZ. I wasn't bluffing. The headline was already live. Fashion icon Valentina Reeves exposes parents who stole from daughter's business for BBL surgery. The article was brutal. Valentina had given an impromptu interview outside the surgery center. Every word calculated for maximum damage. I invested in Ruby Winters because she's brilliant. Self-taught, innovative, the future of sustainable fashion. To discover her own parents sabotaged her success for something as vapid as cosmetic surgery? It breaks my heart. Thank God we caught the fraud in time. She'd worn one of my dresses for the interview. The cameras loved it. My phone exploded. Orders flooded my website. My Instagram followers jumped from 8K to 100K in 3 hours. Every fashion blog wanted an interview. Sustainable fashion advocates held me up as a martyr. And the best part, the absolute chef's kiss of karma? Dr. Miami canceled Kiara's surgery. I can't operate on someone involved in federal wire fraud, he'd said. The liability alone. They drove home in disgrace. $22,000 poorer, no BBL, and their names trending alongside theft and child abuse. When they finally slunk back to Orlando, I was waiting at their house with Valentina, a lawyer, and a camera crew from her reality show. Don't film this. Dad tried to block the cameras. This is private family business. Theft is public business, Valentina said smoothly. Especially when it involves my investments. Now, shall we discuss repayment? We don't have $22,000. Mom wailed. Then we'll take collateral. The lawyer stepped forward. The house, the cars, whatever assets. The house. Kiara shrieked. My room. Technically, the lawyer continued. You're all complicit. Ms. Kiara Winters posted about her upcoming surgery, thanking her parents for making it happen. That's admission of receiving stolen goods. Kiara turned on our parents. You said Ruby gave you the money. You said she wanted to help my career. Your career? I laughed. Kiara, you post thirst traps and sponsored TikTok ads. That's not a career. It's a hobby funded by other people's real work. At least I'm not a loser who makes clothes nobody wears. Valentina cleared her throat. I'm wearing her clothes. So is Zendaya. So is the First Lady as of last week. But please continue telling me about your TikTok's empire. Kiara's mouth snapped shut. Here's what's going to happen, Valentina said. You'll repay the money in full within 90 days. You'll sign documents removing yourselves from any of Ruby's accounts. And you'll participate in a segment on financial abuse for my show. We're not going on TV. Dad protested. Then you're going to federal prison. Valentina shrugged elegantly. Your choice. They signed everything. The segment aired 2 months later. When Family Steals Dreams became the highest-rated episode of Valentina's show. My parents, trying to justify themselves, only looked worse. Beauty opens more doors than brains, Mom had insisted on camera. And yet, Valentina had responded, your beautiful daughter is unemployed, while your smart daughter dresses celebrities. Interesting how those doors work. The aftermath was swift. Dad lost his job when the episode aired. Turns out embezzlement doesn't look good for a bank manager. Mom's book club friends distanced themselves. Kiara's follower count plummeted as people realized she was willing to steal for a BBL. And me? My business exploded. The controversy brought customers, but the quality kept them. Within 6 months, I had a warehouse, 12 employees, and a collaboration with Valentina's main line. You know, Valentina told me over champagne at my first Fashion Week show. I wasn't actually in Miami for Vogue. What? I flew there when you called. Chartered a jet. Worth every penny to see their faces. You flew to Miami just to destroy my parents? I flew to Miami to protect my investment. The destruction was just a perk. She clinked her glass against mine. To smart girls who open their own doors. To beauty that comes from building something real. A year later, my boutique had 3 locations. Kiara was working at Starbucks, her influencer dreams as deflated as her natural ass. My parents had downsized to a 2-bedroom apartment, still paying Valentina back in monthly installments. They'd texted me once after the first payment cleared. "We're sorry. We just wanted Kiara to have a chance." I'd responded. She had the same chance I did. The difference is I took mine. They never texted again. Beauty opens more doors than brains? Maybe in their world. In mine, brains built the doors, owned the building, and decided who got keys. And the only ass I was interested in? The one I was working off to build my empire. No surgery required.